We're so go, go, go. Busyness of life and the constant distractions that are coming in from every angle. Let there be room for creativity to come in. Let there be room for your body to speak to you. Everybody has an intuition. Everybody is insightful. The body holds so much wisdom. One of my favourite things to talk about is self-connection, connecting to yourself so deeply, connecting to your intuition, and all of the magic that lies within that. When we connect to ourselves, we trust ourselves. And when we trust ourselves, we can operate from a more peaceful, grounded, and calm space. We live in a modern, fast-paced world where there are so many distractions. We get moved out of our heart, out of our body, into our heads. We're distracted by social media, we're distracted by the news. There are so many things that are leading to a disconnection from ourselves. Our nervous systems are out of whack. We are struggling with overthinking. As a society, we are in our head so much, we are operating from that place, from that very hedonistic place, rather than operating from a place where we are connected to our emotions, we're connected to our bodies, we're regulating our nervous systems. It's something I feel is so important and should be taught to us as children. Knowing how to regulate ourselves, knowing how to express our emotions, and more importantly, knowing how to release our emotions. The body holds so much wisdom. We think we're so smart in our minds, in our heads, but our bodies are ancient. They come from nature. They hold the wisdom of the earth. They hold the wisdom of our ancestors. But our modern minds often overwrite these feelings. And maybe you're feeling disconnected from your intuition because you've ignored it for so long, because you are up in your head. And so much of our struggles in life come from being so disconnected from our body. Our body has the answer. We're so busy looking outside of ourselves for answers, thinking that, over there is the answer. Oh, I'll go to Peru and do ayahuasca. We think in some foreign land are where the answers lie. But it's in our bodies. Our bodies know. And it's only when we can truly connect to ourselves, when we strip away all of the noise, all of the busyness of our modern world, and we can come back to nature, we can come back to ourselves and find so much clarity and power and peace. It all lies within us, and we just have to start trusting ourselves and connecting to our intuition. And you may be thinking, where do I even start with this? Giving yourself that space, having quiet moments, coming to the woods, to the forest, to the park, wherever you can go, and just sit quietly with yourself, no phone, no distraction, and hear those whispers. I'm sure that at least once before in your life, you have had a gut feeling. You have had a sense on something that maybe this isn't right for you, but you ignored that and you said yes. And later on you thought, I knew that wasn't right for me, but you ignored those feelings. So if you want to start connecting to yourself more, you need to start listening to those whispers. Even if it feels weird and you're like, oh, logically this makes sense, but something in my body is telling me no. And start to favour that voice over the voice in the mind. And from there, I believe that you can really start to strengthen your intuition. You can start to cultivate trust within yourself. It's funny how simple it actually is, that so much of what we're seeking externally lives within us, but we've just been abandoning ourselves, or we've been running away from ourselves. And we probably didn't even realise. I know for me, I have been abandoning myself. I have been running away from myself. And so much peace and clarity and also joy has come from reconnecting back to myself and realising that everything that I'm seeking outside of myself, I can actually give to myself. And that feels pretty powerful. It makes me feel really empowered as a woman, but it also gives me a lot of hope. I'm in the driver's seat now. I can create the life that I want. I just have to be brave enough. I just have to trust myself and also trust the universe. When you can cultivate that self-trust, confidence comes, peace comes, a lot of magic comes that you wouldn't expect it to. But I feel like in our society, we've not been taught these things. We need to remember the old ways. We need to remember the old way of living that was so much more grounded in nature. And I'm sure you felt it. You spend time in nature, you swim in the sea, and you instantly feel better. You feel back in your body, you feel grounded, because we're operating on this sort of fight or flight mode. We're going through life, the work, even just the commute and just the busyness of life and the constant distractions that are coming in from every angle. It's hitting our nervous system and we're getting activated, and most of us are walking around and most of us are going through life from this activated, reactive state. And so much medicine and so much healing can come from connecting back to yourself and trusting yourself and connecting to your intuition. Everybody has an intuition. Everybody is insightful. Everybody is intuitive. The problem is we've just become severed from it. We've become disconnected. And now we feel as if it's not even there, when it is. Those little whispers from your body that maybe you've been ignoring, now it's time to start listening to them and really trusting yourself. And there is a bit of leap of faith sometimes, and you have to really push against the old ways of being. But you can start small. You can start small by just listening to those whispers, listening to that gut reaction, and just trusting yourself more in a situation when, this doesn't feel right. Listen to that sound, listen to that, even if it's tiny, even if you don't understand why it wouldn't even work, because logically it feels like it would. But if your body is speaking to you, you need to start listening to it and carve out that time to spend on your own. Carve out that time to sit in nature, or to even just sit at home with a nice cup of tea and just be still. Just let your mind think. Let yourself be bored. Let there be room for creativity to come in. Let there be room for your body to speak to you. And I think that's what we're lacking a little bit now. We're lacking that boredom. We're lacking that space. We're so go, go, go. And I used to be like this. I know exactly what it's like, because you're on the treadmill of working all week, and then it's the weekend and you're catching up with everything you need to do around the house, and you want to go out and you want to see your friends and you want to do as much as you can because you've been working so hard all week. But try and find these moments in your day where you can just sit and just be. If this message resonated with you, please drop a comment down below. I'd love to hear from you, and I'll see you next time. Mwah.